Fixtures. I am setting up my grow area for my seedlings so I can do a good job with these things and they're not going to be all spindly like they were when I used that. So I'm in my man cave here, and every man needs a man cave. I'll show you my wife's woman cave in just a little bit, just to balance things out, you know. So what I've got here are T8s. I did some pretty good research on this. And I got these 4-foot T8 shop lights for about $18 each. So I got 2 of them. And I'm going to use this 4-foot table for it, so it should be absolutely perfect. I've got a 4-foot heating pad coming in and lots of trays and growing cells. So from my research, this is the way to go for growing seedlings. You want that 65, whoa, where am I? Here we go. 6,500K, at least 5,000K. That moves it towards the growing spectrum. If it were more this way, it would be more for blooming. But I'm just setting this up for seedlings and getting plants started, so I don't have to pay $3.95 for each plant every time I go to the big box store, or small packs of 6 for the same price. Seeds are cheap, so this is the way to go. The 32 watt, 2900 lumens, that does kind of matter, but the main thing is that 6,500K. That's where we want for the growing of green things. So I'm going to create a PVC stand for this thing. Okay, so here's my wife's woman cave. Hi.
Hi.
Just so everybody knows that we do things equally around here. Of course, she gets her own bathroom, but it's all good.
You also have your own workout room, and you have your own man cave.
We won't worry about that right now. Okay, we're back with the seed sprouting area, and I've got my frame done. Let's just kind of show you what it looks like. Okay. All right. What I did was I drilled holes about 2.5 inches apart, and I made my own hooks because I didn't have extra hooks, and I'm going to use as little money as possible for these projects. The lights were about $18 each. They're T8s, which is cooler than a T12. It'd be pretty hot on the plants, and I wouldn't be able to get them as close if it was a T12. The bulbs were 2 packs at $10 each, so I guess that comes to about $60, something like that, for the lights. The frame I made cost me about $30, so full setup for less than $100. I did use some things that I had lying around, but because that's what I do, like these hooks that I made, because I didn't want to buy another thing for it. These come with it, 1 hook and the chain, so I can just take it out and raise it and lower it, and if I want it, I can move it along this if I need to make it more, you know, kind of a more specific setting, I guess. Here's what went into it. So I used Schedule 40 for most of it, but I had some thin PVC, so I went ahead and used some of that too. So I had 4 pieces of 24 inch, 4 pieces of 46 inch, 2 51 inchers, those are the ones that go across, and I used the thin on that. 8 2-inch pieces, 2 5 3/8 pieces, that's the ones at the bottom there in the middle, and then 4 3-inch pieces, and that's what goes here. Now these, I had some of these, so I just went and used them instead of using end caps or whatnot. But if you were to use end caps, you'd need 4 of them, 12 T-joints, 4 elbows, and that would do it. I think I'd have to do the math on how many pieces of PVC I had to get, but each one was 10 foot, and I think I used 3 or 4 of them, so pretty cheap, pretty good deal. One thing I decided to do, which is optional, but I decided to go ahead and sand off all the writing, all the ink on the PVC, just because this is something that's inside, so I didn't want a bunch of the writing on it. Now, then I realized, well, I could just turn all the writing away from to the wall, away from the viewer, and that would have probably worked just as well. But I used 60 grit at first to get about, well, most of it off, and then I used a 120 grit to finish it off, and that took the rest of it. And yeah, that worked out pretty well. The table is just a standard 2 foot by 4 foot table that I got from Lowe's. Got all this stuff from Lowe's. Oh, and it's it'll definitely hold. I didn't glue anything. I don't feel like I need to. It's pretty tight fittings. So yeah, that's my I guess you call it grow light frame, grow light setup that I made so that I can sprout seedlings and not have to pay $4 a plant or $4 for a little tiny 6-pack of plants, and I can grow all year round rather than having to wait and put the seeds in the ground when they're ready to sprout or when it's warm enough. That I can do in here. So yeah, thanks for watching.